everyone, King42lock here, and we're doing another tech video. In this tech video, we're going to show you how to get more memory in your PS5, guys. They just released it out to everybody. It's not a beta anymore, so you can now put an SSD drive within your PlayStation 5 to get more memory. I personally didn't want the external hard drive. I hear they're a lot slower, so I went out and I got myself the Samsung 980 Pro. These are very expensive right now, guys. I only got the 500 gig. The terabyte right now is $189. I paid $109 for this right here. And you're also going to need a heatsink, because for some reason, PlayStation did not put a heatsink within there. So you're going to have to purchase your own. You could look on the PlayStation website to check out the specs on that and what you're going to need. So there's one prerequisite that you're going to need. You're gonna have to have an SSD drive that has a read and write speed of 5,500 megabytes at least. The Samsung 980 Pro has a 7,000 megabyte read speed, so we're gonna pop this one in and it should be the working one. Now, there is only a few SSD drives that will even work for it, so if you're going out there and trying to buy an SSD drive, make sure you get the one that works for the PS5 specs. There's also one out there that has a heatsink already connected into it. So with that being said, let's get right to this video. I'm going to show you how to install it. Alright guys, we're back here. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to remove the platform here first. And it's just a flathead screw. Yeah, don't lose your screw because there's only one like this. They say to pull down on this corner and it will come right out. Pull down on it, pull up. There we go, it does. You pull up and then it comes off like that, guys. Hopefully don't break any of the clips. Here is the PS5 and here is the drive that you're gonna need to put this new SSD in. They have these cool little PlayStation screws that have the PlayStation symbols on them from the controller, which is cool. So we're gonna pop this off, and like I said, this SSD drive does not come with the heatsink that you're gonna have to put into it. So the next step, there is this little screw right here that is got a washer for your SSD drive to sit up on. So you're gonna want to remove this, and it's got this little screw and washer that you're gonna need right here, guys. Make sure you see that. Put that to the side. Now let's just pray that my heatsink that I have fits in here. Let's crack this sucker open. There should be these two adhesive tapes that stick to the inside of the SSD. You're gonna see here in a minute. It's right here and right here. These are thermal paddings. And I'm just gonna double check that this is gonna fit in there. Yes, it is. Alright, so that being said, let's prepare our SSD drive. Like I said, I didn't buy the terabyte, guys. I could only really afford 500 gigs. A terabyte right now is $109 for the Samsung, and it's just a little bit of expensive. I'm just trying to play, put Warzone on here, because unfortunately, as much as the PlayStation 5 is the best system, it just doesn't have enough memory that comes with it. So here it is. It's really tiny. Here's a penny, so I can kind of just show you how big this thing actually is. It's really not that big. It can be deceiving. So we're gonna pop that out. We are going to stick these thermal tapes, and this is gonna provide heat exchange, basically from the SSD drive to the heatsink. So let's go ahead and pull these off. All right, and you're just gonna pop this on like so. One on the front side, one on the back side. Alright. Front side, back side. Here we go. Then you're going to want to pop, oh, a little sticky. This is the side where the screw goes in. I don't know if you can see that, but you're going to want to pop this heatsink in like so, and just give it enough room to be able to, be able to plug in and deal with the screw there at the end, because we're going to want to stick that in the screw. So this one just pops on. It doesn't have any screws. If you can just see how it pops in right there, you just squeeze it. I got one side in. You're just going to want to squeeze this heatsink together. I think that's how it works. Yes, that's it. And then we are going to plug her in right here. Let's see how that goes. There's just like a little port in here that you can see that you plug this in like so. And it only goes one way because it's toothed in there. So what you're going to do is get that up in there like so. And just click it in like that. And then you're going to want to put the screw and the spacer right here. So let's go ahead and do that and then reassemble this. This is very easy. I think anyone can do this as long as you got the right parts. You're going to want to stick that little spacer washer that they have in there. And you're going to want to screw it back in. And we're going to pop this SSD drive with the heatsink right in here. And that looks like she's fully in. Looks nice. Looks like the heatsink hopefully will work. I think it's dumb that they didn't put a heatsink in here already. I don't know if the basic tech people are even going to know how to do something like this, or even what a heatsink is, because I'll tell you what, I surely didn't know what a heatsink was before this. You're going to pop this back on, and it just fits in there perfectly. Just perfectly. Make sure everything else is clean, ready to be put back on. Let's go ahead and stick this back in here. I believe it goes up like so, and just clicks it back in like that. Guys, so here we're at the stream setup, and we are gonna crack on the PlayStation and see what it tells us. Let's go ahead and hit that lovely button, and it will jump out right now and tell us what it's gonna have to tell us for this new SSD drive being in there. So let's see. It's firing up.
M.2 SSD storage. To use your M.2 SSD.
Alright, so right here it's going to ask you that it found an SSD drive. When you format this SSD drive, all the data will be deleted on it. If you want to continue without the SSD drive, you have to turn it off and remove it. Or you can hit Format M.2 SSD to your PlayStation, which that's what you're going to want to do.
M.2 SSD storage. Formatting. 9. M.2 SSD storage. The read speed of your M.
So what it is doing now is it is doing a test on read speed, and basically it came up with 6,472 megabyte read speed. So this is definitely what you're gonna need. So then you're going to ask this for it to be formatted. You can go in and have it to be formatted to work for your PlayStation. So let's hit OK. And it's rebuilding the database. Bam, it did that real quick. That's no problem. We're going to go check in settings. If the SSD drive is reading right here, we are going to storage. And there we go. We have 500 gig free space. SSD 900 Pro Samsung, the 500 gigs. So you see it right there. You can go ahead and transfer any of the games that you want to that. If you go to console storage, you can see my space there is actually almost full. So you needing an SSD drive, especially if you're going to want to play Call of Duties. I have 2 Call of Duty games on here already. If you think you're going to get Vanguard on here, you're going to need an SSD drive. So it looks like it's successfully on there. What you would do after that is you would just go to your games and you can basically put them over to SSD storage or not. I basically got this for Warzone. So this is just for Warzone, the 500 gigs. You know, a terabyte would be nice. I didn't want to spend the extra $80 at the time, but I didn't want a removable hard drive. Maybe one day the SSD drives will go down in price, but till then, guys, this is what we're dealing with. Anyways, I hope you learned something from this video. I want to thank everyone for watching it, and make sure you like and subscribe, guys, and remember, play nice.